What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome to LaTale W, a brand new side-scrolling autoplay MMORPG that just came out today. So if you do want to download the title, I will have the links in the description below. So FG, what is LaTale W? Well, the easiest way to describe this game, especially if you played the PC version of this game, is it's basically the PC version of LaTale with autoplay. That's it, straight up, pretty much that's it. But if you aren't familiar with the series, it's basically your tried and true mobile MMORPG with autoplay. As you guys can see right now, I'm on a quest to get 15 of these round ores. All I have to do is basically click on the quest in question. My character will auto path directly to the quest location and then kill exactly 15 of these mobs to get that drop, and then auto path all the way back to the quest NPC, rinse and repeat. So I decided to jump into this game, even though I try to skip a lot of these autoplay MMORPGs, but I wanted to play this one because I do have a history with LaTale. I did play the PC version. I even covered it on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. So I have a soft spot for LaTale, you know, kind of seeing some of these old locations and some of these mobs. It's kind of the reason why. And don't judge me on this, I've been playing this game all morning long, and not because it's a good game, and not because I even recommend it, not even that. It's just more of a nostalgia trip to kind of see these locations and kind of having the game kind of autoplay in the background. So if you've played LaTale before, maybe you give this game a try, but if you aren't familiar with LaTale and you don't really like autoplay MMORPGs, I say that this game is a hard pass. So that is that. Now, when it comes to kind of doing the combat in this game, it's very straightforward. As you guys can see, my character will do auto combat on her own, but you can go in here and basically set up a skill queue so you can kind of decide which skills you want to use. So there's a little bit of flexibility on what you do in combat. Also, there are battle settings as well. So once again, I can set up what my pets do, what my active skills do. I can set up potions and etc, etc. Things like this are pretty common in autoplay MMORPG, so that's not anything too special. As far as characters, I am playing a warrior. In this game, you do have class upgrades, so eventually I'll be able to change my warrior to something else. I'm not sure exactly what level that is. I'm at level 30 right now, and like I said, this is several hours of gameplay in. I don't know why I'm playing this game. I just am. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm not actually playing this game, but I'm playing it. You know what I'm talking about. So that is that. What else is going on in this game, FG? Well, there's a thing called Fever Time. If you're not familiar with LaTale, it'll basically activate EXP gain. This is basically your gold drop, extra pet drops, and we'll talk about pets here in a second because that's a really big thing about this game, as well as extra item drops. In order to activate Fever Time, sometimes it activates on its own, but you can also watch ads to get 10 minutes of Fever Time as well. So this game does have a little bit of, hey, you know what? At least it's not VIP as far as I can tell. At least it's not VIP activated. All you gotta do is watch an ad and that'll turn on your Fever Time. There is a room function as well. I didn't mean to click on it, but here we go. I haven't done anything in my room just yet, but unlike other games, if you put furniture inside your room, it also provides passive stats as well. So you definitely want to do a little bit of decoration of your room to get as many stats as you possibly can. So that is that. Moving on over, ranking pretty straightforward, setting pretty straightforward. Since the game just launched, there's all kinds of events going on as well, as you might expect. Once again, not telling you anything you haven't seen before. Now, this game is actually pretty popular due to its little pet system. Now, every single mob that you see in the game can be a pet. If you kill it enough times, eventually the pet will drop, and then you can bring that pet along with you. You can have 3 pets following you along, and basically they just provide passive stats, and they just kind of follow you around. So, just for example, this is my little wolf here. If I want to just pump these little bootleg pets into them, make them a little bit powerful, there you go. There's also different types of pets that you can kind of combine. So for example, if I, whoop, this game autoplays, so you're just constantly just kind of zoning without even knowing. You can combine 2 pets together to kind of get extra boosts as well. And all the pets have combo, or basically like a friend pet that they like to kind of hang out with to get more damage. So that is the pet system. So this is a very big part about the game, is kind of grinding out gear and grinding out pets. The game makes it extremely easy to do so, especially with this little thing called a bingo system that I'll show you right now. So the game has a bingo system. Basically, these are body parts that drop off of mobs in the game world. Oh my god. So let's say, for example, I want to get this bingo spot filled out. All I have to do is go get 80 of these tails. Very easy to find out exactly where they are, and I can grind those tails, grind those pets, and then I can kind of basically check off this little spot in the bingo board, and that'll allow me to get all kinds of different goodies, cash shop currencies, weapon, gear, pets, costumes, all of that good stuff. Speaking of costumes in this game, you're gonna look like everyone else of that class. So I'm a warrior. I'm gonna look like every other warrior in the game, unfortunately. The only way to kind of set yourself apart is via your pets, your weapon, which does change, and your costumes that you equip to your character. So you're not gonna really see any type of gear progression in this game. It never has been, so that's just kind of a thing that they kind of ported over from the PC version. So that is that. So we talked about character, we talked about room, we talked about pets, some of the events that are going on as well. The crafting system is just as straightforward as well. So if I want to make this sword, the game will tell me exactly it'll tell me exactly where to find these materials. I'll go over there, grind those materials all day long, and then I can make weapons, I can make costumes, I can make all kinds of little goodies here. So there's a lot to do in a game like this. It reminds me, I haven't actually played MapleStory for an extended period of time. I was more of a, like I said, I play LaTale. It reminds me of a lot of MapleStory, so maybe if you're a MapleStory fan and you're looking at something new, maybe this game will scratch that itch as well. Other than just outside zones and towns and outdoor questing and dailies, there are dungeons as well. So you have a daily dungeon right here. If you do decide to play the game today, for whatever reason, it locks you in on Wednesday, but all you have to do is click Thursday. And man, I thought I tricked the game. I thought I tricked it. I was trying to give you guys a pro tip. I don't know what's going on with that daily dungeon. But don't worry about that. So in addition to daily dungeons, you also have multiplayer dungeons. You have your tried and true endless tower mode as well. We'll just jump in here really quick. So you have your little tower modes that you can do, and it'll tell you exactly how many monsters that you have remaining. So we'll just kind of let this play out. Very easy. And here is the last one. I like this little touch letting you know exactly which floor you're on. And there you go. That is the endless tower mode. And you'll get little cash shop currency as you move along. And then of course you can just move on up to the next floor. So we'll let this do one more and I'll show you the other dungeons that are available in the game. As you guys can also see, there is a potion available limit as well. So eventually you'll get to a point where you can't just drink a bunch of potions and kind of force your way through the content. Eventually you're gonna have to actually be strong enough to beat something, which, yeah, as you might expect. So that's that. Let's go ahead and leave. We have seen enough of this endless tower mode, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and exit. And I'll show you the other ones here. Back over here to dungeon. So daily, multi, monster tower. And then you also have a resource dungeon as well. So if you need gold or if you need EXP, you can also run these dungeons. So that's pretty much the game as I've seen it. The outdoor worlds, getting pets, crafting, running dungeons with parties, and playing dress up and decorating your house. That's basically the LaTale W in a nutshell. So as we always do when we kind of end these videos off, I do have enough currency to do a full gacha roll. Gacha roll? What are you talking about, FG? Look at this, we're fighting a little boss wolf. Little boss wolf right here. So there is an equipment gacha in this game. And I just built up enough currency to do a full this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. I just built up enough currency to do a full 10 pool. So let's jump over here to the shop, over here to the gacha shop. Now it looks like there's two different types of gachas. There is a in-game currency gacha, and then there is a cash shop currency gacha. So we're gonna go ahead and go with the in-game currency gacha. Go ahead and slide that over. Let's see what type of goodies we have. And I'll also show you the upgrade system as well. Since it looks like we're gonna get a bunch of gear with a guaranteed 2-star, since I did a 10 pool. So little 1-star hat, some plastic gauntlets, which I don't need, a necklace, which I don't need. What is this? It's a poison beetle, which I don't care about. Plastic mail. Once again, I don't need that gear either. More poison beetles. Okay, that's a green sword. I also don't need that. Silkworm, I don't need you either. Where's the gear, man? The good gear. And there, ooh, an astral blade, 2-star astral blade. So maybe that'll be oh, I got 2 of them. So I think I can combine those 2 together to kind of make them into a better weapon once I max them out. So let's go ahead and check it out. So if you go over here to your bag, it'll tell you pretty easily which gear is an upgrade and which one isn't. So this little sword right here is an upgrade. Go ahead and click equip. As you guys can see, it does show up on your character. Also, this necklace was an upgrade, and this little breastplate was an upgrade as well. So I'm going to go ahead and focus here on my sword, my astral blade that I have equipped, and then I'll basically, like I said, you've seen things like this before, just kind of take all your old gear. Actually, I don't want to do that one, and I don't want to do that one either. Let's go ahead and burn all of these in there. Use a bunch of your fodder gear. That'll turn it into a +2. That makes it a little bit stronger. Eventually, you'll get to a point where you can, I think, combine them into, not this one. I think this one right here, once it's maxed out, once that sword's maxed out, you can basically combine it against something of the same exact type to make it kind of limit break. But don't quote me on that just yet. It's been a long, long time. So there you go. That is my girl right there. Like I said earlier, there is a costume system. You get all these things for free just by playing the game. So they give you some basic things, nothing too crazy. I got these little wings on my, and a little Sailor Moon shirt and a dress and a cape. So that is pretty much that. But that is Latale in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. I have these 3 quests that I need to turn in. So I'll go ahead and let my girl auto path her way on over there, and we'll basically call it a day. Now, it's not one of those games where the quest test will automatically proceed. You do have to actually, it's one of those things, and I know a lot of people have asked this before, how can you play idle games and not play games like this? What's the difference? You're kind of AFK and letting the game play itself anyway. What is the difference? Well, my friends, there is an actual difference. When you compare a game like this to like AFK Arena, AFK Arena is about 88% AFK with just a little bit of activity, and once you've done that active gameplay, you're done. You're just done. You don't have to worry about it at all. In a autoplay MMORPG, and not just Latale, pretty much all the autoplay MMORPGs, it's active, idle, active, idle. You can't like just sit and like let these games play out. You're constantly actively playing, then you're idle. You're actively playing, then you're idle. And I think because it's not fully active and it's not fully idle, it's in this weird middle ground that is just not super fun to play, in my opinion. Just because the active part of the game isn't very compelling, is what I'm saying. But hey, this genre is very, very popular. So if you are interested in LaTale W, I will have the links in the description below. Once again, my name is FG3000. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.